Something that's really opened my eyes and I want to share with you today is how to develop a growth mindset versus having a fixed mindset. Let's first look at what a fixed mindset is and what that might look like in someone. I've been there before too, so if you feel this energy, that's okay, but just feel into what I'm saying here. A fixed mindset is someone who believes, like, this is what I'm born with, this is what I got, and this is who I am. What I would say is that you might be judging your personality. Oftentimes we're similar, like our personality is kind of similar throughout our lives. It can develop and change and adjust, but it's similar oftentimes. But the deeper parts of you can always grow, can always be developed. The way that you view the world is what I believe makes someone who has a growth mindset. As an example, when I graduated high school, when I barely graduated high school, I thought I was dumb and ugly. Like, quite literally, I thought I was dumb and ugly. A lot of it was because I wasn't great at school. Growing up, I kind of had that reflected back to me, and I just felt like, this is what I got. I'm not very smart, and life's gonna look like this. But then at some point in my life, I just kind of got sick of being sick and tired. I was kind of like, dude, enough of this. Like, I'm going. Like, I gotta get after this in life. I wanna grow, I wanna learn, I want something different. And in that moment, there was a shift that took place. I wasn't even aware of it at the time, but I could feel it. I started looking at things differently. Like, I never read a book during high school, ever. But after I made this shift, I started grabbing books, magazine, asking questions, and learning as much as I could. Then what took place was, I saw feedback from that. Like, I started to change and look at things differently. And I just started to stay in the process of that because that felt really good. Like, to give you an example, when I graduated high school, I could barely write a complete sentence. And now I'm someone who, fast forward that almost a decade later, and I published my first book. And the only reason I'm saying that to you is because I started out as someone who could barely write a complete sentence. I'm not shitting you. Like, I couldn't write a complete sentence. I didn't enjoy school, but I realized that that was going to be an important skill to develop, to learn how to write, to learn how to communicate with my words, to learn how to express myself in life, to learn how to be creative. I believe that we can develop who we are over time. We can turn weaknesses into strengths. Like, in fact, I dare you to double down on some of your weaknesses. Like, look at some of the weaknesses you have in your life, or your personality, or traits, whatever it is, and literally double down on those. Like, grab one and just become fucking amazing at it. Why not? Try it out, see what happens. Another thing that takes place in those situations is you prove to yourself that you can be that person. And as soon as you prove that to yourself, you've stepped into having a growth mindset. Like, some of you can already feel this. Like, I don't ever want to, like, officially retire, because I feel like people, when they retire, they start fading in life. Look no further than nature. The things that are dry and stiff are dying. The things that are loose and green and fluid are growing. They're full of life. And so we need that newness, that fresh energy always rolling through us. It's literally like we're breathing that energy in. We're cultivating that energy inside of us. And we move forward with a creative purpose. We allow ourselves to develop and grow. We want a loose mindset. And look, one of the beautiful opportunities I have in my life is I coach some very elite performers, CEOs, business owners, professional Olympic athletes. And I will tell you right now, it's a beautiful thing to listen to the way they speak about life. They have a very fluid and open belief system. They'll talk to me about how easy it is to make money, how the market's exploding, how their business is doubling in growth. And then I'll talk to someone else and they'll say things like, oh yeah, all the people around me are all broke, or people nowadays don't have expendable income. Two different people in the same time frame of life. So we have to ask ourselves, which one do we want to have? Which mindset? What perspective? It's all about carrying a perspective towards the world. There's research that shows people with an optimistic mindset are more successful than people who have a pessimistic mindset. People always think things are working against them. Oh, I'll believe it when I see it. Why not just believe it now? Believe that you're enough, that it's possible for you, that if you don't have it today, you can learn how to grow into that person over time. You can develop the necessary skill sets and strengths to do that. They impress upon you the importance of growth, that you can do it. You can keep growing. We're all growing. I'm still growing. Like, one of the things that I try to do is I'm cultivating this belief that, like, I got this. I'm the man. I got it figured out. I'm going. And also, at the same time, I have this mindset that says, I don't know nothing. Like, I literally don't have any fucking clue. But I can hold both of those beliefs simultaneously, and that will allow me to move forward with two open ears to listen, and a mouth and a voice to speak, and a vision to create the reality that I desire, and all the while staying deeply grounded in gratitude, because no matter where we are, it ain't that bad. It could always be a lot worse. Even in my darkest and most challenging days, when I look back at it, it wasn't that bad. Yes, it sucked and it was very challenging, but it could have been a lot worse. And so find gratitude in any way, any moment that you can, and make that a core of who you are. Believe that you can continue to grow, continue to develop, and before long, you'll arrive exactly where you want to be. But make sure you smile the whole freaking way. Don't ever take yourself or life too serious. Enjoy the journey and fall in love with the process. I make these videos for you, and I love you so much. I look forward to meeting you someday in person. Until next time, peace.